So if looking into real-life animals, I couldn't help but circle around with big cats. I mean, they're kind of the most notable hunters after all. It was sort of tempting to go through their various hunting strategies, though mostly focused on group hunting, which only really pertained to lions, which ended up being the most comparable to the African bastard cheetah. However, looking at a lot of hunting footage could be a bit jarring sometimes, and outside of that, it is a lot of information to try to get right. Like, how would hunting compare to a gazelle, to zebra, to buffalo, to gosh, whatever else. Something more comforting to sort of focus in on is, of all things, their coloration, which is surprisingly vibrant and distinctive throughout big cats. Like, Mammalia isn't known for striking colors, like let's say aviation. Yeah, look what we have within feline. Orange stripes and yellow spot. This could also potentially be helpful for paleo coloration speculation, which I've done a bit with some very known printing, and analyzing the beasts of Mesozoic figures, how they contribute to the hunt and reflect their character. So let's begin. Now first I'll delve into a bit of, well, let's say obscure big cat knowledge, particularly pertaining to their sort of family tree. For example, despite the visual similarities between leopards and jaguars, leopards might technically be more related to lions, especially in terms of their evolutionary split. Something in particular to note is that snow leopards are actually most related to tigers, more so over the leopards and jaguars. And to cap it all off, a liger / trion, which is of the lion and tiger, not only could come into existence, but in fact could continue reproducing, which is not the case for genetically distant consummations like the mule. Oh, and one final thing which sort of gets into our first big cat. The mountain lion, aka puma, is technically not really part of the big cat family. It's more related to other smaller cats like the bobcat. But damn, they are pretty sizable and could take on a deer, so let's talk about them. Their colors are pretty typical. Just a uniform sort of brown, slight lightish areas like around the belly and mouth. Kind of basic for kinda blending in. Kind of notable because compared to, well, what makes up the majority of actual big cats, stripes and spots. There's a snow leopard with white fur and a relatively large, almost stripy spot. Tigers, which come in orange and have full stripes. Cheetahs, leopards, and jaguars, which are all distinctly yellow and progressively bigger spots. Something of note is that honestly, other big mammalian predators don't have near this kind of patterning. Bears and canines are mostly uniform color. Even with superdog domestication, you don't get near the vibrancies of tigers and leopards. Closest wild examples are African wild dogs, which at least have blotchy colors, and hyenas of Africa, which come in spots and stripes. But the variation isn't nearly as distinct as in any of the mentioned cats. As to how these big cats pick their bizarre designs, same way any animals picks their colors. Evolutionary traits aren't consciously chosen, and coloration is on the top of that list. Part of the rationale for why nature landed on any of these designs? I mean, they have a lot of actual strategic purpose. Fact is, while yellow and orange are notable colors, they're still colors that fit into the brush. And given their sparse sort of patterning, it just fits in even better. Almost gives a sort of optic illusion of how big and powerful these beasts actually are. Also, especially with cases like tiger and jaguar, which are the kings of their domain, their colors could be seen as a representative heck yeah I pop, and you better watch out. Some other things of note, while tigers have the highest human kill count, jaguars are the strongest bite force, most likely to tango with a croc. Snow leopards, funny enough, don't have any record case of attacking and killing humans. Funnily, the most related to tigers. Leopards are pretty damn boss for trees. And cheetah, oh cheetah. It's easy to dunk on the cheetah, for being only uber fast in short bursts, and fairly uncat as far as these cats go. Also having the tiny spots, while jaguars have the biggest within the yellow patch. And of course cute snow. Now I figure I'd talk about the one other big cat, the lion. They mostly have the usual uniform, yellowish-brown coloration, with males having their thick manes, being the only big cat with sexual dimorphism. Also ties into their whole social hierarchy. I mean, they are way more in the savannah, out in the open, compared to all the other big cats. Also, who knows, maybe when you're being social, it's best not to look like a mirage, unless you're a cub who doesn't want Scar to nom on you. So anyway, these are some big cat color observations. Don't be afraid of tiger dromaeosaurs. They could be there some point.